Good morning. Tuesday, July the 5th, 2022. This is things you might have heard for this day. More specifically, things that happened in the last 30 hours of news coverage, life coverage, things out around the world. We aggregate here for the Conversation Project stories from around the globe from various different news sources and provide for you here in the mornings around 5:50, running a little late today, some talk so you can take around some for chatter for your coffee talk, your water cooler talk chat around the just around the world. My name, I said already, Jake Payne, and this project, you can find more details by going to the website. This is theconversationproject.com. The full details of what's going on. We've got about 8 stories to get into this today, and we'll go into all the details on the backstory of how that all works out in just a bit. But we have to open up on a very, very, very sad note. We have also ended up closing out, oddly enough, on a somber note with stories, and this is something that you've probably, if you are a news nerd or just ran into any sort of news between yesterday afternoon early and this morning, you've bumped into our first story. Let's go ahead and get into that one right here. First 2 stories, actually. 2 headlines to go with it. Bookends of the story. Gunman at large after shooting a 4th of July parade in Highland Park, Illinois. We posted that about 30 minutes to an hour after it happened. And then something posted as we woke up this morning to start setting things out this morning, and it jumped up so much response that it was in range to talk about. Please very politely arrest Illinois mass shooter. Now, this actually happened late in the evening, about 8 hours after the gunman did his work. Let's put this all into context very quickly. A gunman at a parade, Highland Park, Illinois, was able to use a rifle of some sort. I don't have full details on what type of weapon it was, but it was a rifle, long range, high capacity. It seems like it was 4th of July parade, killing 6 people, 5 on the scene. Essentially, 1 died in the hospital. About 30 or so people were injured in the melee in what happened with there, and had residents there for hours, just sort of sheltering in place, kind of just trying to be safe. About 8 hours later, after streets are cleared, and many other places have already canceled their 4th of July activities because they don't know what's going on. They're able to apprehend. They find information on the guy, and they find information on his car. They're able to find his car in pretty desolate, lonely streets, and have a very quick and a very simple arrest of the shooter. Now, it just so happened they basically told him, if you go to the link at boingboing.net, they basically told him, please lie down on the ground. He basically just stopped and went over. He realized he wasn't getting away, and he got out, and he was taken into custody. All the arraignments and stuff will take over today. Quick reminder, there was a person who got killed in a traffic stop, a black man who got killed in a traffic stop, fleeing a traffic stop, who was unarmed, who did not hurt anybody, and was basically shot 60 times in that incident. And in that same incident, same place, there was a few days earlier, there was a man with a rifle, a white man, who also held people hostage and almost hurt people, who, of course, got arrested safely. We need to work on a lot of things, especially on something like this, on a day of celebration. Whether you are big on the celebration day or not, yesterday was not the day for this to happen. Crosby, Stills, and Nash returned to Spotify after Joe Rogan protest, devours.com. After a few months of complaining about Joe Rogan being Joe Rogan, Crosby, Stills, and Nash have returned their music to Spotify. Who is not on Spotify? Young. Neil Young's albums, Neil Young's music is still not there. Neil Young, basically the guy who actually initiated the big sort of boycott of Spotify, is still not apologizing, not coming back to the Spotify platform. So if you're missing Neil Young music, you'll still be missing Neil Young music for a bit more longer. Moving on to the big news that should have been yesterday, the big news that really isn't. Joey Chestnut devours 63 hot dogs. He gets his 16th title or 15th title in 16 years for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. 1 year, basically there was a year last year Kobayashi was in contention, and then of course he was banned. I always throw out, it's blacklisting Kobayashi. He doesn't enter in these things anymore. Just the tone of the day essentially just ruins the novelty and just sort of funness of doing things like this. But it's something that was in the list. It's something that was big. This is a story I was actually looking for after doing my grilling to see posted into the feeds for this morning, and only to find out that about 20 minutes prior, the shooting happened in Highland Park. So this is something that would have been a more highlighted story, a more fun story to have, but we're still putting out there things you might not have heard in the things happening yesterday. Prince Harry sent 3-year warning by top surgeon as Duke's hair receding at speed. That is a quote from the surgeon. Express.co.uk. What this means is that Prince William, of course, very early going with the shaved look because he was going for extremely bald extremely quickly. And Harry with the good hair, not so good anymore. What we're seeing in pictures is the crowning, no pun intended, actually very much pun intended, Prince Harry as he's starting to lose his hair, going receding with his hairline. And he's being told he's got about 3 years to deal with it. And in 3 years, he's basically going to have to look like Prince William because unfortunately, they did not inherit their father's hair. It just is what it is. So look out for a new hairstyle, a very new hairstyle in the near future, as Harry may go the route of his brother and just shaving it off. We'll see how that works out. Finally, 2 people passing on 4th of July. 2 people passing of natural causes in this case. ESPN reporter and handicap expert Hank Goldberg dies at 82, and Breakin star Bruno Poppin' Taco Falcon dead at 58. Hank Goldberg was basically going through a long-term illness and just succumbed to it on this day. Basically, same thing for Bruno Falcon. Bruno Falcon, of course, known for the Breakin movies and one of the biggest choreographers and dancers in the early 80s. Hank Goldberg, a long-time personality on ESPN, doing reporting for the NFL and handicapping in certain cases. We put out thoughts and prayers to their families, as long as all the other families who were basically going through what they're going through on what should have been a more happy day yesterday. Oh, by the way, guess what else happened yesterday? This is what we didn't get to, didn't see till this morning, so we put this in the feed to go forward, and this is probably something that will basically continue the conversations on these things. 2 police officers shot during 4th of July festivities on Ben Franklin Parkway. Police. This happened in Philly last night, late. 2 police officers doing traffic duties on the Ben Franklin Parkway are shot in a melee there. This is not actually the only incident. There's also an incident in New York City where just a local parade, there was a guy that just sort of pulled out a gun and he was accosted and shot by a police officer who was just off duty doing security and taking care of that. Yesterday was not the day for all this stuff, but today was the day it all happened. We can talk about that in conversation-wise with you if you choose to. We'll tell you more about how to get into the feeds and talk about this stuff, engage in the story to get more into it. Right now, we got to talk about money and funds and keeping things going here, believe it or not. Let's talk about Zenni Optical. Go to thisisaconversationproject.com/Zenni, and you can see great glasses for great prices for great people. All of us. Now, think about this. What is something that you cannot live without? I'm waiting. It's good eyesight. It's seeing things. It's moving around. If you can't see what's going on, your quality of life is definitely diminished. And so, if you have been holding off on getting new glasses because you don't have a job, you don't have insurance, whatever the reason may have been, you shouldn't stop that right now. You can stop that right now because Zenni Optical offers up whatever great prices on all glasses for all frames, all people, men, women, children, everyone. They have all the technologies looking for, such as blue blockers. They have bifocals, trifocals. They have transitions lenses. They have some of the least expensive frames in town. And if they'll take your HSA, they'll do that as well. Oh, by the way, if you don't like them, they will you can send them back, just like all the other places that do in the mail, but cost you $99 just to try them on. You can get glasses for extremely low prices. My frames cost $7.95. My lenses cost nothing because they're basic lenses. These are a great pair of glasses. I've been buying glasses from Zenni for years, and now my family are picking up on it as well because we're all wearing glasses and they cost a lot of money. Check out this. It's theconversationproject.com/Zenni. This is theconversationproject.com/ZENNI for Zenni Optical. They will take good care of you and your eyes, and this is an affiliate link, so they'll take a little care of us in that process as well. more links to talk about. Let's start with our main website, which is thisistheconversationproject.com. All the details on everything behind the scenes and sometimes in front of the scenes are there at that website. Find out links for our sponsorships page, more sponsors, our partnerships page. You can partner up with us, keep things going, and other things we're looking for as well. Our feeds are on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com and twitter.com. Find us on Facebook at This Is the Conversation Project, on Twitter, th_conversation. As you see these stories go through your feed every single day, the feeds here on the Facebook and the Twitter, engage with them, like them, love them, hate them, share them. The more that you will see of them, or the more that you engage with them, the higher score they get for engagement going forward. You can help pick the stories. On Tuesdays through Thursday, we pick the top 15 out of 30 or so stories, about 30 to 35 stories based in the 30 hours. Every 50 minutes makes it happen. And so we pick 15 of those, and we split down the most conversationals, the most talk about, the ones that are great for your coffee talk, or since I don't have coffee today, my water bottle talk. You can do that as well. We're now on the TikTok, so go to the TikTok. I'll take that www out later. TikTok.com/@theconversationproject. We'll give updates on news stories. We'll give some insights on things going on. We'll do a bunch of things going on. So take out on that one. And the YouTube channel, we still need. We don't have that many people on the YouTube channel. They're watching on Facebook. We love that. But make sure you check us out on YouTube. This is theconversationproject.com/YouTube, and you can be on our YouTube channel. See this 5 days a week. Let's move on to some today things happening. Remind you that today, birthdays for the 5th of July. Huey Lewis, not quite born on 4th of July, but pretty gosh darn close. 72 years old for Huey Lewis, the lead singer of the News. Edie Falco, the actor from Sopranos and Nurse Jackie, 59 on the day. And Megan Rapinoe, born on the 5th of July, 37 years old. People believe she doesn't love America. She's getting Medal of Freedom anyway, even though people don't believe she does love America. It is what it is. We do what we do, and we can think what we think. You have the right to, because of being American and stuff, to love, hate, and do whatever you want to. Please add more love, less hate. Apple turnover today to celebrate on the day. And believe it or not, research from Liverpool John Moores University found that eating dark chocolate before meals makes women eat 25% less. Why this was just for women, I don't know. All I know is that Christina with a K will not be eating dark chocolate unless, her life depends on it, and then she may question whether her life will depend on it because she's not eating dark chocolate. This has been Things You Might Have Heard for Tuesday, July 5th, 2022. Thank you so much for Christina with a K for being on with it. Big ups to my boy Josh, who is watching from Kuwait. Be safe, my brother. Be safe, my brother. We got stuff coming your way very, very soon. Taco Bell packets are coming very soon. I promise. Make sure you give out a little shout out for America, because America is the greatest place in the world. Even if sometimes we don't think we're so great, there ain't nobody better. Trust us. Glad to be here and not other places. Very, very sad cases of the stories that we had to go through today. Very, very tragic, but real. So as we are conversational, make sure that we are doing our best to be open to other people's opinions, be open to other people's thoughts and conversations, and, be honest. Don't just try to be funny. Don't just try to get a line in there. Be honest. We didn't talk about Alex Jones saying that we're independents from aliens doing some sort of weird Independence Day with Will Smith of some sorts. But we did talk about the fact that we are free to do a lot of things. I am free to spend my time to put into effort for this thing that very few people are watching, but it keeps me sane. So there we go. So let's keep on working. More stories being posted as we speak. Brother Josh, take care of yourself. We will see you when you get back to the States. Everybody else, take care of yourselves and be engaged with the stories. Get into the stuff. We'll talk about other conversational topics tomorrow.